Unsolicited advice.
What you whispering for? Yo, what's unsolicited advice? Take it or leave it. All right, y'all. So today we're going to talk about if you're a leader or a follower. Do you think for yourself? Or do you let other people influence how you act? I'm going to try to make these videos just a little bit not as long. I want to kind of get to the point because I just want to give, food for thought, just a little advice. Me personally, I'm what you would call like a Sigma or like a lone wolf. I kind of just do me. I don't do what everybody else does. I'm not that type of person. I've never been that type of person. Every once in a while, I might, take advice or, I might seek knowledge from something that makes sense to me. But for the most part, I stay to myself. I don't, I try not to do a whole, 180 or 360 and try to be like somebody else or do what somebody else does. I've never thought that that's a good thing. And the way that the world is set up right now, everybody is easily influenced by information, by social media, by what another person says and does. We're very reactionary, and a lot of times we don't use our brain to think about things first. We take a lot of stuff for face value instead of allowing time to strategize, to think about something, to see if something is truth or not. Very chaotic, very chaotic. All it takes is one person saying something negative about you. And if another person doesn't like you, or they're judgmental, or you just look a certain way, they'll believe it. It's law. It's almost law because of what one person says. I've always been of the mindset of just take it in as knowledge. Think about it, study it, and, come up with your own synopsis or theory or whatever you believe. But take time to think about it. It was, I think his name is Warren Buffett. I think he's like a billionaire. And he had some real good information or good knowledge that he gave to somebody one time. And he said that you should always give something 2 to 3 days to think about before you make a decision on something. Doesn't matter if you disagree with somebody, you get in an argument, you're not sure if you're going to purchase something. You always give it like 2 or 3 days before you make a decision. That way, it gives you time for your brain to process. Because as human beings, we are the ultimate. We're big on reactionary things. We love to react on things and then think about it later. When the key is just to be calm and kind of observe and get all the data that you need first. People love to act as if they're very smart or intelligent. Guys like to portray that they're smart and intelligent, and when they're really just being misogynistic and trying to establish some type of alpha male dominance, because they think if they speak up first or if they say things a certain way that everybody will follow them. They think that they're asserting their dominance, and it's actually ignorance and insecurity. Usually with men, the smartest man you'll meet is a quiet, calm, and peaceful man, because he's too busy observing and gathering knowledge so he can make the right decision or the right assumption. And like you say, the loudest man in the room is the weakest, as they say. And when it comes to females, females love to use what they call women's intuition, or they love to be detectives. They think that they can figure things out, when actually you really just enjoy drama. You enjoy drama. You enjoy being in the middle of something, you're bored and you love to have information on things so you can talk about people and you can gossip. It doesn't make you smart. It just makes you messy. And that is what followers do. Followers do things like this, where they think that they have all the answers. Like me, I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm just here to talk about things from my perspective, and hopefully somebody probably could educate me. But I just like talking about these things because they're on my mind, and I want to get it off my chest. And I'm hoping that somebody out there is thinking about the same thing. But I was talking to someone today. I just came from somebody's house, and we were talking about things, and it just got me to thinking about how that person is a leader. They do their own thing. They're very smart and intelligent, and they think with their own mind. And I've always thought that that's the greatest quality a person can have, whether it's your best friend or somebody you're attractive to, or to have your own mind. I think that's more admirable. You can admire somebody, and look up to somebody that has their own mind, because you can learn more from somebody that has a different perspective on things. Because if you sit and you just go by what everybody else says, you're just as stupid as they are. And whether you feel disrespected or not, I really don't care. But that's just the truth. The truth is that we're getting dumber and dumber as a society because we choose to believe what everybody tells us. Whether it was the pandemic, whether it's been our last few presidents, whether it's been our celebrities, that, which is a big one. They've been talking about Diddy lately, and any celebrity that gets in trouble, we want to ride, we want to ride or die with them, or we want to, or we want to crucify them. I think that is a very dangerous thing. I think it's a very, I think it's very ignorant to just assume that you know everything, unless you actually live with somebody, or you pay their bills, or you're with them every day and you check on them. You know nothing. You know nothing of the person. You don't know anything. You only know what social media and TV and the news tell you. You don't have all the facts. They're going to tell you just enough to get you going as a people, because we all know what triggers people, whether it's violence, whether it's sex, whether it's abuse, or neglect, or doing children wrong. Certain key things get people going and get people talking. And all it takes is a little a little spark to start a fire. But I'm just here to say that, we have to start being our own people and being our own leaders, and not following everybody just because we don't know how to pick ourselves up, or we don't know how to think for ourselves or do anything for ourselves. We want to follow people just because we think that they're going to protect us. They're not going to protect you. The only person that can protect you is yourself. And I know we believe in God and we have faith, but God only helps those who help themselves. And you have to have some type of willpower where you don't just do things just because somebody tells you, or you don't move because somebody tells you to move. You have to be your own person, especially as a man. You can draw a man, you can point out what you think a man is, but a real man, a man that you can trust and depend on, is a leader. He knows how to make up his own mind. He knows how to speak for himself. He's not going to do what other people tell him to do, because he has enough confidence in himself to lead the situation, if not be his own person. And especially with women, you never want to be around a woman that confides in either other women or drama or gossip. The most attractive woman you can ever be around is a woman that makes up her own mind and does her own thing. Because a woman that does her own thing knows what she wants and knows how she feels about things. That type of woman is a thinker. That type of woman is more calm-natured. She's not volatile. She's not chaotic. She's not dangerous. You know, she's very precise in what she wants to do and who she is, and that exudes confidence too. So I was trying, like I said, I was just trying to make this video quick because it's been on my heart lately about everything that's been going on in the world. It's like I just see so many people trying to be like everybody else and do what everybody else is doing, and there's no originality. There's no you know, authenticity. Everybody is just it's carbon copy. You know, they're already building robots right now because we have no type of culture. We have no type of ideas and things. We're starting to let robots take over human, human thought. So I just think that we need to, especially with kids, we got to start teaching them how to be independent, how to take care of themselves, how to be self-sufficient, and to think for themselves. You know, not to do what they see on social media, not to do what their friends do. You know, how we were raised. Our parents taught us that, to be our own person, to be our own woman, to be our own man. And I just think that we got to get back to that. If we can get back to that, I feel like things will get a little bit better and we'll start seeing the truth a little clearer instead of just being lazy and jumping on whatever somebody tells you. So, like I said, I'll just leave y'all with that today. My advice is just, like I said, I'm not saying that you should just be stubborn and go against the grain on everything, but take 2 or 3 days to think about something before you react to it or make a decision. You know, just because everybody's going to a party or doing this or doing that does not mean that you have to keep up with them. You go at your own pace. You will get everything that's coming to you in life if you just be patient and you do whatever your plan is, and not try to keep up with everybody else and not try to do what everybody tells you to do. You know, what makes you special is being who you are. But as I always say, it's just unsolicited advice. You can take it or leave it.